Mary Read was born in England around 1685. Before she was born, her mother had a son. That boy died. Mary's grandmother had been financially supporting the child. When he died, that money should have stopped. So Mary's mother made a decision. She dressed Mary as the dead boy. She presented her as the surviving son, and the grandmother continued sending money. This wasn't about identity. It was about survival. But here's what makes this story powerful. Mary didn't grow out of the disguise. She continued living as a male, and that decision would take her places women were never allowed to go. And soon, that disguise would put her on a battlefield. As a young adult, Mary joined the military in Europe, still living as a man. According to A General History of the Pirates, she served as a soldier during European conflicts, likely connected to the War of the Spanish Succession. She fought, she carried weapons, she lived among men in close quarters, undetected. At some point, she developed feelings for another soldier. This is important because this is one of the rare moments where she privately revealed she was a woman, but only to him. They married. For a short time, she stopped living as a man. She ran an inn with her husband. For the first time, she lived openly. But when that stability collapsed, she faced a choice: return to restriction or return to freedom. Her husband died. With no financial support and limited options as a widow, Mary returned to the identity that had always protected her. She dressed as a man again, not for deception, for opportunity. And this time, the path led her to the sea. She boarded a ship heading to the Caribbean. That ship was captured by pirates, and instead of fighting them, she joined them, because on a pirate ship, identity mattered less than courage. Mary eventually became part of the crew of pirate captain Calico Jack. On this ship was Bonny, who was openly a woman aboard the ship. Important truth: Mary did not publicly announce she was a woman to the entire crew. Most accounts suggest she continued living as a man on board. Some versions say Bonny discovered her identity first. There is no reliable record of a dramatic reveal to everyone. Mary fought as part of the crew, and here's what court testimony confirms. When the ship was attacked in October 2020 near Jamaica, most of the male crew were drunk or hiding below deck. Mary and Bonny were among the few who remained on deck fighting. Witnesses testified to this in court. And that battle would lead them somewhere no pirate wanted to go. In October 2020, their ship was captured by a British naval vessel. The crew was arrested and taken to Jamaica. They were tried for piracy. The court found them guilty. The punishment for piracy was execution by hanging. No negotiation, no fine, death. Mary stood in court facing the end of her life, but she wasn't done surviving yet. Both Mary Read and Bonny claimed to be pregnant. Under English law at the time, a woman who was pregnant could not be executed. This delayed their executions. It was a legal strategy known as pleading the belly. It worked, temporarily. Mary remained in prison, but unlike dramatic stories you might hear, there was no escape, no rescue, no secret pardon. Mary Read died in prison in April 2021, likely from fever. She was buried in Jamaica. She was around 36 years old. Mary Read didn't become feared because she fooled people. She became feared because when it mattered, she stood and fought. And here's the part that makes this story powerful. If she had been born male, he would have just been another pirate. But because she wasn't, history turned her into a legend.